Hello, guys. What I'm about to say now sounds like a really bold statement. It's actually a bold statement, I would say, and it's a lot as well at the same time. But I've been thinking, and I've really been thinking about this whole thing for a long, and I've been hard on it as well. I've never been so confident and passionate about a decision ever before. So I I believe this is the right thing to do, and yeah, here I am in front of this camera trying to shoot something, trying to let you know about why I want to share something with you, and I hope you guys um stay to the end because this is gonna be a long video. But before that, hope you guys having an amazing festive season. Uh, hope everything is well. How did you end your year? How was your Christmas? How was everything? From my end, my Xmas was crazy in the sense that I spent it at home as usual. I've actually been spending Christmas the same way for the past years now. So spent it watching movies and series. Um, I know that this might not be the right time, but at the same time, there's no right time for anything. Um, First, for everyone that is watching now, so many of you like have different names. Like from I have different names out there. Some of you know me as Z, some of you know me as Investor, RL, Victor, Zanu. Uh, Bob, best of the best. I have so many names, man. I greet you all, and as you can tell from the title of this, you should definitely know that this is an important decision and almost like something that is a life changing. You know, I I am the kind of I'm the type that like I was blessed. I was lucky enough to learn a skill, you know, and that skill set is basically what you guys know about me already, which is trading. It's actually a skill, and I've gotten good enough at this skill, and I decided to give it back now. I was gifted, so it's time for me to give back. Is basically what this is about. You all know I took a loss of 9,700 a few weeks ago, and that was actually the reason why we are here. You know, right now to me that 9,700 is actually like a blessing. And you might be telling yourself how crazy this guy sounds when you say 9,000. Taking a loss of $9,700 is a blessing. By the way, I haven't lost more than that. I lost 500 that same day. I did not post about it. A few weeks later, maybe a few days later, I lost $3,600. I did not post about it. I posted about that one in because of specifically because of how things went that day. That was a huge huge loss for everybody in the trading industry, and it was something that happened everywhere. So um that day there was a failure of the CME, a cooling system, so that went down and so many things went wrong in the market. The market went crazy. The broker was not able to catch up with SLs. I know maybe it wasn't my fault, but maybe the fault of my broker. But at the same time, who can we blame? It was actually something that happened to everyone. And if you were in a trade that day and you were unfortunate, which I was that day, you just definitely gonna work out with your loss, and just move on. Now, after I took that loss that day, which wasn't my fault, I did not feel bad. I was feeling cool as normal. I was not feeling emotional about it. Maybe just the little part of me that is still left of losing something, that was just the one feeling bad. But guess what? People around me or other traders or close friends, family, loved ones, they were the one that like feeling it more than the way I was meant to feel it. Now, that was when I got to realize that, bro, yeah, there's something wrong. You just lost $9,700. And the reason why I did not feel it is because of um, I was in a I was actually in my own world. You feel me? I was in my world, and then I just see it as 9,700. It was painful though, because why it was painful to me personally that day was the fact that I got to bring that money from a wallet to another wallet the day before. I got to exchange the money to a wallet. The money actually came from cash to wallet the day before, and that same day, I was that was when I deposited that money. So it was actually the main reason why I was hurt that day, not the fact that I lost 900. I don't know if you guys are getting. So that was the what was really paining me that day, is the fact that everything happened so quick. I got the money the day before. That money was that day. That money was when I funded that account. I put 10 grand. I put a 2K, and I put 4K, or I put 1K, I put 5K. I can't remember. So I actually did everything that same morning, and I placed a trade, and I was meant to lose 2005, and I left. I was driving. I was on the highway when I checked, and I was like, but what the fuck just happened? And market just keep thumping. I was trying to close. It was not closing until I later saw it. It later closed somewhere at 9,700. And initially, I was meant to lose 2005, but it happened that my broker did what they did, and we're still on it, by the way, with these reports going on. So when I came back, I started receiving messages from friends, family, people started calling. That was after I realized that, bro, what the fuck? You just lost 10 grand, man, and you're not feeling it, and there's even people out there kind of like feeling this more than you. And as I said, by the way, I still later lost 500 that same day. And the 500 I was willing to lose, so it was nothing. I didn't post about it. A week later, I said I didn't want to trade. A week later, I took a trade. I lost 3,600, which I was willing to lose as well. Not like the 900 or 700 that happened to be just. I was just unfortunate. So I took those losses again, and that was since that 3,600 I have not traded till now. And I started kind of like realizing little by little how grateful I should be, and how fortunate I am to be in this position where I am able to lose $9,700 just like that, and I'm not realizing that it's a lot of money, and that's crazy. And it gets me thinking a lot. I went off. I spent my time doing some crazy shit like watching movies, series. I watched so many movies like Big Shot, The Wolf of Wall Street. I rewatched Power, Empire, Snowfall. I read so many books. There are so many books I didn't finish, like Bohemian, The Power of Minds, those stuff. Like I started those books from the beginning of this year, and I read some few chapters, and so this end of this year I just finished everything quick. So basically, I was able to do so many things that I like movies now, things that I actually like, but I don't usually do that. I don't have time. I usually say I don't have time, but I end up doing so many things. So it puts me in the position that I was able to connect more with myself, because I would say the past month I was carried away by the whole thing. When you are carried away by something, so I was really carried away by everything. Now, but after that loss, I was now like able to connect with myself, and that's crazy. That's where That's where the thing is now, and that's the reason why we are here now. So that's why I said earlier that $9,700 was actually a blessing, and there are still more to it. So during that period, I was able to speak to people, I was even able to speak to a professional, someone pro, about everything that was going on with me in my life and everything, how fucked up everything went quick, and he asked me a couple of questions. There were so many things that we spoke about that I wouldn't like to share with you people, but unfortunately, we don't have that much time because I believe this video is gonna be long and we cannot say everything here. But I'm just gonna pick one part of it, and which is the reason why we are here, which is the 9,700. That's the only part I want to pick about how my conversation or my a series of a consultation went with this person. So we spoke about everything about the 9,700. He asked me questions about how it went, and I told him I was willing just to lose 2005. But then it happened that the CME cooling machine failed, and the broker went down. The market was going crazy. Gold were going crazy. Bitcoin were going crazy. The whole industry were going crazy. So and the liquidity provider was not able to catch up with the whole volatility and everything. So sleep rage, everything just went down, and that's how it went. And he said, okay. And I told him about how I took another trade again that same day. I lost 500, and he said, were you willing to lose the 500? I said yes. He said okay. And I said the later again about the 3,600 and everything. So I told him about most of how my year almost ended. So I was in that position where I was telling myself that like something is taking back money from me. It felt like something was taking back from me. There were other things that happened before that. There are still other things like that were giving that vibe of something was taking money from me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too emotional or spiritual. I don't know, but that was what it is, man. I tried kind of like try to speak with someone, and that was what it happened to be. So he told me, yes, let me see it as a debt of life that I was owing, that and it was time to return, and I was meant to return that money before the end of the year. Wow, when he said that, I was like speechless, man. I was like, bro, what the fuck bro just said now? Like crazy, man. I'm owing a debt of life, and that's how life is taking back. And I was like, oh, and I like took my time. Yeah, he said so many things, and then he said, yeah, it happens that when people are in certain positions, and then you got blessed in a certain way, in abundance, and you should be able to give back to people as well. And when he said that, I was like, okay. And he said that's how it happened, that I was unfortunate to be in that position, that market that day, because what happened was actually something that doesn't really happen. I've been trading for the past 3 to 4 years now. Yeah, 3 years to 4 years. Funny enough, I don't know how long I've been trading. But I've never something like that have never happened before. CME cooling machine failed. Never. I've never heard of that before. And I was so intentional about that trade, how I placed that trade. I was intentional of not taking that trade in a particular time, in a particular session. That was how crazy and how safe I was playing. Guess what? It still happened. So he told me it was a debt of life, and then life decided to take back what I was owing and wanted to take it back before the end of this year. And when he said that to me, man, I've been going crazy since, man. Then another session we spoke again, and he told me about giving back to people, and that I am blessed, which I actually didn't. I know that I'm blessed, I am grateful, but at some point I forgot. I was in the whole wave, and I get to like minimize how grateful I should be how blessed I am by learning and knowing about this whole thing I'm doing that is crazy. Just click buy, do what you have to do, press a button. I can easily make 2K, 1K in few minutes, you know. And I keep doing that back to back, and I kept milking and printing money just in front of my screen from my phone, from the comfort of my home, anywhere, you know. That's crazy, man. I've actually been taking everything for granted. So he told me I should give back to people, and that's how I finally decided that I should give back to people now by teaching and educating others. I strongly believe that I have something that, that is unique in this market. I paid for so many mentorships. I I studied a lot for free on YouTube. There were so many paid mentorship as well. But at the end, I end up with some things I created. I found some stuff. There is one thing in particular that I usually tell my friends, people around me, they know. I usually tell them, like, there is one thing in that market that I strongly believe that I am the only one that knows about it in this world, and that's how crazy it is. Guess what? For me to be able, like, for me to be able to be saying such and be bold about it. So that's how exceptional I feel and about myself and about my skill, you know. And I'm here now telling you people this thing because I want to give people, I want to teach you how to do exactly what I'm doing. And if you guys are ready to do exactly what I'm doing, following me step by step, but by the end of this new year that we are coming in now, like by the end of 2026, you should be able to be seeing your life like, bro, I'm getting things right. And that's how possible this can be. And the whole thing here is that I'm just asking you people to trust me on this. I got this, man. I really got this. To trust me and believe that this guy is saying something. How crazy that does that sound? But that's actually possible for me to do to anybody that is watching and that you are interested and then you want to follow me in this journey now. Just ride with me, man. If you fuck with me, fuck with me. If you ride with me, ride with me. If you vibe with me, fucking vibe with me, man, bro. And I'm gonna give you every damn thing you need, from this to this to this, until you get your shit right. So when he told me that thing, we spoke, and then he said give back to people for free, try to give back, that's how you should do. Then he even made mention of that's how you see people teaching people these days, even when they are getting their shit clear, you know, they are still teaching. Some of them are even taking money and doing it for free. But yeah, I want to be part of the one that are doing it for free, you know. So that's how we found ourselves here. Now, trading itself is a skill set that you need to acquire, and I want you guys to know that first. It's almost like, it's not even almost, it's the same as when people go and learn work, you know. You know, I remember people usually go and learn mechanic, people go and learn a carpenter, people go and learn a different stuff, basically. Can't remember, but there are so many things I know that people, tailoring, stuff like that. My mom now, for instance, my mom did learn a stylist, you know. She does hair, nails and stuff like that. Anything that has to do with styling people, she did learn it, and she went through the whole process. Now, as I can remember, the way people, they do learn all those kind of skill, they kind of like follow a process, and then you go and meet someone that is already a boss, and then this person takes you through the process for a period of time. It might take 1 year, 2 years, depending on the job or the whatever you're going for. Some of them last 2, some of them 3, some of them 4. I don't know. But and then at the end, they give them a diploma which they celebrate and stuff like that. So I want you to see it that same way. Trading is not a get rich quick scheme. You need to follow the process. And the process is simply the same as what I just said now. You're gonna be learning with me. I will be your guy for here now, your boss kinda. And then the same way that they beat their apprentice, you guys will be the apprentice, I'll be your guy, and I can beat you, correct you, teach you, but we're not gonna be beating though. So I'm just gonna be strict, and I'm just gonna be like direct and straight. You just guys follow it, and if you don't, there's gonna be like repercussions, something like that. That's how they usually train those people, those apprentices. I remember they usually beat them. I remember they give them punishment. In our case, there's not gonna be things like that, me giving you punishment. But if you can set those boundaries yourself, if you guys want and down, we can do that. But I think it's even unnecessary, because if you are mature and you want something, you should be able to like do what is right for you to get that shit right. So we're gonna follow the process the same way. So it's gonna take time. Here now, I'm telling you people, it's gonna take a year. There's nothing like there's nothing like making money in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. No, bro, it's not gonna be possible, because you guys still like babies, and you need to understand everything. So if you can trust me through this process and follow the whole thing I'm about to put down, guys, at the end of this year, you'll be able to like get your shit right, man. So if you are that kind of person and you are willing to follow instructions, follow rules. I remember I started this whole Telegram and everything recently, which I stopped. I actually did tell this person that like I've tried in the past to give people informations and knowledge. I was genuinely, I wanted to do that, and I started, but then something happened, which was a student of mine was kind of like ungrateful, and he was the one that almost made me to stop everything. The way he went about everything, the way he was stubborn, the way he was even dragging me and telling people that I was not putting out games, man. And actually, there were so many other things that you need to learn. And when I tried to tell you that don't follow this path, I followed that path, it was not good. This is the right path, which is patience and trusting the process and taking your time, basically. And he was not down for that, and he just made me to just stop, because he becoming stressful. I was putting out value for nothing. I was wasting my time. That's how I stopped everything. And at some point, I told everybody I'm no longer teaching. So many people are in my DM now asking me, bro, I want to learn. I will just tell them I'm not teaching anymore. I'm not teaching anymore. I'm not teaching anymore. I think this is the right time to come back now. So after I stopped, I was able to train like 100 people in the past, this year, maybe 100, yeah. And I can tell you that like trading is so hard that like it's only 2 people among those 100 that I can tell you that they are consistently making money. And those 2, the only thing that they have different from the other 98, whatever, is the fact that they are listening. They are still young and small. They are not acting stubborn. They are not acting over savvy. They are not doing gra, you get. They are not trying to over understand whatever, you get. So they were able, I think 2 people, if not, apart from that, the rest, maybe 5% of the rest, they are the one losing back to back. They are not consistently making money. They are losing back to back. The remaining 90 whatever, 92 or 90%, those ones, they are abandoned completely. They don't even come back. So that's how hard it went with my first trial by trying to help people. So I want this time around to be different. That's why I'm making this video, and I want it not to be even people close to me. I want it to be anybody. If you are down and you want to ride with this shit, man, but this is the time, because I'm out here giving something for free. I'm out here passing a message. I'm out here doing something that I genuinely want to do to people, just to help, just to change people's life. I'm willing to do that. The crazy thing is that so many people don't know what is possible with trading, man. You guys have no idea what is possible with trading, what I was able to do with trading myself, man. This year alone, I was able to acquire like my biggest purchase in property ever. This year alone, I was able to disperse more than so amount of payouts on different accounts. I have like back to back, not talking about my live account. I remember when this man told me, he asked me about a question about the money I lost. Did I make more than that this year? And I said yes. Twice, yes. 3 times, 4, 5 years. And I told myself that I was able to make more than 20 or close to 20 times of that amount this year alone. And that's crazy. And that's how huge it was, man. And I was not knowing. I didn't know. And I kept following the trend. I kept following what is going on out there with people, what is happening. But bro, that's not it. It's not because people are making more than that I should not be grateful with the little I'm making. I started this shit just recently, maybe 3 years, and I'm getting this thing right. One thing I also say to people around me, I told them, bro, just give me time. All I need is time. I already know what it takes. You get? So it's just time. You get? It's just time for me, man. So if you guys have an idea about what is possible with trading, you will not be kidding. You will not be playing around. For those ones that started and are abandoned, for those ones that are still not profitable, I understand you can be trapped in something there with your psychology and your mindset. But if you are really willing to learn, this is the right time. And if you are really willing to learn, bro, just trust me. I can make that shit happen. You just have to listen and follow me blindly. Trading is so vast. Let me give you the example of how crazy trading itself is. It's just like an ocean, like the sea. When you go to the beach, it's like very huge, deep, large, vast. That's how crazy trading is as well. Trading is very huge, vast, deep as well. So just see it as you go to the beach, you walk to the beach, and you have like a bowl. You can go to the beach and scoop out of the seawater and come out. And the process of you walking to the beach, if the amount that you are able to carry out of that beach, you see how big the water is. That's how big the money in trading is. So it's limitless. It does not have limits. You can take as much as you can if you have what it takes to take. Shey you feel me now? You feel me? So you can actually take as much as you can if you have what it takes to take. So you go to the beach. If you have a big bowl, you can go there and scoop as big as you want. If you have like bigger something buckets, you can go and scoop as big as you want and come back. That's how big trading is. So the skill set is what is gonna be what it takes for you in trading now to go and milk and skip and scoop as much as you want. That's how I've been milking. I've been printing money for myself without nothing, and I just have a system that I follow and back to back. It's actually a business. It's not what people think it is. Trading is a business, and it's my business. And I'm willing to give you guys now for free, changing so many perspectives about trading, by the way. Now, another thing about trading again is almost like I want you to see it as a language. When you don't understand a language, you need to get familiar with the alphabet first of that language before you'll be able to read, before you'll be able to put words together and create sentences and stuff like that. That's the same thing. So trading is almost like that. It's even like that. The same way you need to learn how to read A, B, C, D until Z. That's how you need to learn how to read trading alphabet as well. And then once you get the alphabet, we go to the next process, and then the next and the next and the next. And this is it. This video is definitely going to be the first part. The next one is going to be the beginner video. And this beginner video is going to have a full insights about trading from A to Z, which is gonna be giving you guys the alphabet of trading from A to Z. After that video, I'll be picking each alphabet of that trading, which is each title or of that part, and then I'll be detailing into subtitles and detailing into paragraphs and so on and so on. That's how we're gonna be moving now. So if you guys have been with me watching this video from the beginning till now, definitely you are interested in whatever I'm saying, and I'm so grateful that you choose to listen and at least hear the little things I have to say here. I know it's so many parts here. I might be sounding proud, but I'm actually not sounding proud. I'm actually being honest when I say I want to this, I can do this for you people, I can change people's life, I can do that, I can do that. Just trust me and believe that whatever I said, I can make it happen. That's all I ask. And this video is definitely gonna be long, but I just decided to make it the way it is, raw, no editing. Everything I'm saying here is things that I actually I actually feel like I should say out from the bottom of my heart, and I'm just saying it's late, definitely maybe 6, 7, 8. I don't know what time it is, but it's late. I definitely know that it's late. So if you watch this video till now, I'm so happy. Thank you. I see you guys. If you have anything to say, you can put it in the comments, questions, anything at all. If you want to appreciate the video, do whatever you want. I love and I appreciate.